Hey there folks, this is Damon on David's Praying. Welcome back to our ongoing Let's Play of Disco Elysium for the PS4. Please be sure to like, share, subscribe, comment, ring the bell, and contribute to my Patreon. Links in the description at the bottom. Alright, last time we learned a little bit more about Fortress Accident's little ambitious project. And basically, sounds like everything that could have gone wrong with the project did go wrong. The only thing that was missing was, for the project to be headed by Keiji Inafune. Yeah, just a disaster on top of disaster on top of disaster. Alright, well, before we go in to check out the bear fridge, let's see if we can go use the tool to get this thing open.
This orange machine is dead still. It has a hand-cranked ice cream churner and an electric freezer. The ice around it slowly melting.
Let's see, physical instruments. Let's see, this visual instrument check. I mean, physical instrument check.
This orange machine is dead still. It has a hand-cranked ice cream churner and an electric freezer. The ice around it slowly melting. Turning the crank. What better to assuage the creeping sense of failure than some frozen fat and sugar?
Alright, let's roll.
Ice groans and howls under the strain of your giant Gewalzund multi-tool until the lid cracks open. Darkness lies inside, but you can faintly make out an object, intricate and foreign, left there for a sub-zero beauty sleep, a filament memory with the words off-site copy written on its side. Disappointment washes over you as you stare into the almost empty ice cream maker. You gently lift the cube from its frosty bedding, careful not to damage it.
We should take it back to Miss Lucan and killed as soon as possible. I'm not sure how well unused filaments tolerate room temperatures.
Yes, but aren't you curious to know what's on the precious filament? There's a radio computer upstairs.
That is true. That's a very true notion there. Alright, now let's see if we can get something out of the...
eyes are still glowing red.
Shoot, loony Rooney. Huh? You're misquoting me, Rooney. I said Sean, looking at my face. Motionless. Looking into my eyes. Ha!
Something is on its way. Something hidden.
Do I remind you of someone? No, not. You sure wrinkled out of that one, Coppolini. Come back later, Coppo. Amuse yourself with my frank manners and my memento mori feature.
Okay, so yeah, there's a perception check here. Alright, just gonna save here, just in case. Anything else I can equip here to boost perception? No, I don't think so.
The bear's eyes are still glowing red.
All right.
It's guarding over. Your arms reach out and your eyes close, as if by their own volition. It's dark all around. You feel cold, slippery flesh, first with your fingertips, then under the palm of your hand.
What is this?
His face, his cheeks, his nose, his fat, swollen lips, like a spider, Your hand crawls over his features. Everything is silent.
Put fingers in his mouth.
The oral cavity is cold and moist. A ball-like tongue attaches itself to the base of the mouth, lolling around like a scallop.
Open my eyes and look.
A vision of black and dark red death, pried open by your naked hands and studded with teeth. Looks like he's laughing. Death fumes rising from the throat, and there, in the back of his mouth, above the bell of the uvula, right in the soft palate, you see a hole, barely visible to the human eye. It is swollen shut, almost vanished. No larger than 0.4 centimeters in radius, the edges appear darkened.
Fuck yeah.
Keep going.
A black trickle of liquid runs into his throat from the wound. Your index fits right in there. A tight tunnel of flesh opens up, tissue damage, wide enough for 2 fingers. As you push both in, you reach through his mouth, right into his brainstem.
Brainstem?
Yes, that's what this part is called. You've seen the drawings. You've studied them.
Feel around
The
first.
basal ganglia feels clumpy. What entered here has torn apart his reptilian complex. This man will never sleep again. Never wake. The funk soul brother at the back of his head has gone dark forever. Your fingers slide into the remains of his limbic system. There is no resistance. It's gelatinous. The slug-like structures are damaged too. The tearing extends deep into both hemispheres.
There's a cavity cut right between the
The
hemispheres.
lieutenant answers with the sound of his pen on paper. Your fingers are all the way in now, reaching toward the inside of his skull. The cavity goes further, but the entry wound isn't wide enough for the rest of your hand to follow. All the muscles in your body harden. Time to enter him.
Let's see, wiggle in.
Your fingers reach toward his skull. His cerebral cortex feels like jelly. Cold jelly. Strange fluid streams down your wrist as you push deeper until you feel it on the tip of your finger. Sharp, serrated material. The edges cut right into your skin. The pain is barely noticeable under the adrenaline rush.
Let's see. I feel a solid object right under the skull.
Can you get to it?
Inspect the skull first.
There's a tiny crack, a protrusion in the cranium, right in the back of his head. Your finger must be pointing straight at it, from the inside. The object that is in there stops just short of the skull, in the encephalus, knocking this tiny fracture into the cranium.
We have the makings of a very small exit wound here.
Alright. Pull it out.
You pick the object between your index and middle finger. Feels sharp, like metal. You press your teeth together. Your jaw is clenched. All you need to do is just...
Slowly pull it out.
The inside of the head feels cold and smooth, like a glove. Sweat dripping down your brow. Careful not to lose the prize between your fingers. With a plop, your hand emerges from the mouth, covered in blood up to the wrist. Between your fingers, a small flower, a blossom made of lead.
A bullet.
So he was shot
The
first
bullet
before he was hanged.
falls in the bag, leaving a smattering of blood on the plastic. He raises the bag under his eyes and says,
A non-caliber. Rifle. Some kind of brittle alloy. Fractured on impact.
Keep it, Lieutenant. As a gift.
No, you deserve it. We can log it later.
Ah, thank you.
We need to add an item to the injury list. Injury number 4. Oval entry wound with an abrasion collar. Soft palate, back of mouth. High velocity. Temporary cavity in brain tissue. Small exit wound on the occiput. How does that sound?
Sounds about right.
Opinion, fatal injury.
Wasn't that what we thought the last time?
That was then. This time we have extensive tissue destruction away from the wound track. This time we have a bullet.
Goddamn right.
And one last thing. We should amend injury number 3. Ligament mark. New opinion, non-fatal. Post-mortem. Treatment.
He's proposing the bullet was the real cause of death, and the hanging an attempt to conceal this fact.
Let's see. The ligament mark, the fractured hyoid bone. It was all treatment.
Yes, and the belt around his neck. The hanging. Even dragging him to the yard. All of it was done after this man was already dead.
Dead dabba doop doop.
Dead.
Agreed.
I have had my doubts since you showed me the tracks. Why did they carry him over? Why not march him, I thought. There was no satisfying explanation. There have been other signs too. Small details. Everything is too neatly designed for us to assign probable cause here. As we did, full-heartedly. Well, no more.
We almost fell for it, he thinks. Almost. There is, of course, the very real possibility he was both shot and hanged.
Let's see. Maybe they just shot him while they hanged him?
To put him out of his misery? It's possible, but it doesn't explain all the other dubious things here. Lack of struggle, primarily. I may be intellectually sloppy, but I prefer one theory at a time. And this just smacks of treatment to me.
Maybe the bullet holds more answers.
Yes, we should take a closer look at it. I am certain it has more to tell us.
This little thing could reveal much about the weapon that shot it.
Who would do this?
That's for us to find out. But this, it will make finding them just a little easier.
Why would anyone do this?
To hide something. The real killer? The real motivation? What really happened here?
I think I need to wash myself.
Oh, you really do. I am glad to hear you say that. Your room in the Whirling in Rags should come with a bathroom. Be sure to make use of it in the evening.
What happens next?
We bag the corpse and carry him to the holding pen of my kinema. I can transport him to processing myself, but I will be gone for the rest of the day.
You'll be gone? What should I do in the meanwhile?
Work on the case. Tend to personal matters. Try not to do anything too dangerous. An officer needs backup in a neighborhood like this. I'll leave that choice to you. And one more thing. Great work, detective.
After you bag the corpse, Lieutenant Kitsuragi will leave the party until tomorrow morning. You can do side tasks, and even the main case, but it might be more difficult. Plan his exit accordingly.
Let's bag him, Kim. Take him away.
All right. I will need a little help carrying him. You take the hands, I'll take the legs.
All right. Yeah, I knew that perception check was important. Let's see. Evidence fractured bullet. Let's see.
The bullet is safely sealed away in a plastic bag bearing the RCN stamp. Kim has filled out the label on the bag with the item number, case number, and date and location the bullet was found.
What do I do with you, bullet?
The squished little thing has no idea. I know. You should find the gun that shot this bullet.
Find the gun that shot it, yep.
That sounds like something a police detective would do. First, you should learn all you can about this little guy. Then find the gun that shot it and the person that gun belongs to. He used it to kill your victim. Neato.
Fill the bullet
The
with the bag.
squashed bullet has some sharp edges where the jacket has split open. It feels cold, even through the bag.
Closer.
The jacket of the bullet is made of a yellowish metal. It has blossomed out to reveal a dark grey core. The base of the bullet is close to 5 millimeters in diameter.
All right, look at the
You
jacket.
can just about make out a few striations near the base of the bullet. Little hairlines, linear. It feels standard.
And the core?
It's quite destroyed. Some of the fragments are still lodged in the wound. What's interesting about the bullet thus far?
It's a jacketed bullet close to 5 millimeters in diameter.
A jacketed bullet, which would have been shot from a military-grade breech-loading rifle, not from a muzzle loader like those typically found on the streets of Martinez. Very interesting. You have an unusual military-grade bullet in your hand. Now all you need is to find a gun that could fire it.
Let's see. Hand-eye coordination check here. I have a similar rifle on hand, aware of the name of the antique rifle I found. All right.
A rifle, Revolutionary period. Your bullet looks to be an old 4.46 millimeter from the surplus left over from the turn of the century. Probably an antique or a retrofitted antique.
Make.
The 4.46 caliber was widely used with the Belmargrave rifle, a Revacholian manufacturer. The BM dominated the battlefields of the Insulindian theater of the anti-centennial revolution 50 years ago. Incidentally, you have just such a rifle with you. The dusty old thing you found hidden in the basement below the commercial area. It's unusable, sadly. If it were, the bullet would probably fit the chamber.
Anyone still making these rifles?
No, but Zeliger, a major firearm manufacturer, ended up with a surplus after the war. So there are still a lot of these old military rifles floating around, usually broken. The quality was appalling.
Who uses Belmargrave rifles these days?
Antiques enthusiasts, guerrilla fighters in distant countries, a few lucky jamrock bangers. You're looking for the same thing you found in that hidden weapons cache, only in working order. Back at the station, the lieutenant is standing at a counter, diligently filling out paperwork to hand over to a tired records clerk. You should share your findings with him as soon as possible.
Alright, got some relevant information here. Let's see here. Help sooner with our project, bring the offsite copy. Let's see. Locate a working firearm that shoots the ammo. Alright, I probably should wash it off while I still have access to the room. Alright, better just save first before anything weird happens. Yeah, I don't remember if my room down down the fishing village has a shower or anything like that.
This is not the cleanest bathtub in the world, but it's cleaner than you are right now. Ah, that soap scum smell. It smells like life, at least compared to you. The bathtub slowly fills with water. The water beckons. The water doesn't feel particularly clean. A few beer cans are bobbing up and down along your flanks like sad duckies. You pause to think before letting your head go under. Hold it right there. Keep your head above water, or you'll lose all those pheromones Morel sprayed on you.
Alright.
The lukewarm water is comforting, like amniotic fluid.
Take the beer cans out.
Now you are alone with your thoughts in the tub. But it's easier than being alone with your thoughts outside the tub. They're not even really thoughts, just assorted sensations. None of them acute enough to focus on. You see the corpse. You can still smell the cadaver on you. It's going to take more than one bath to get rid of that stench. Then, houses along a narrow street. A video rental. Darkness on the planet's curvature. Your fingers grow pale and are covered with tiny whirls as the water cools. What are you doing? You're not some fat fish in a fucking aquarium. Time to get moving. The waterline recedes as you stand. You are cold now. Your clothes stick to your still moist skin. The window stands broke. The morning light hurts your eyes. The bed is still cold from the... A mirror hangs on the bathroom.
All right, now that Kim's gone, yeah, I can proceed on with the. Well, yeah, while I'm still here at the Whirling in Rags, might as well go and check up on the cryptozoologists. And now that I have a shower, now that I bathed, let's see if we can track down that woman back from the fishing village and see if there's anything going on with her. Oh, where'd Morel go?
Hello, dear. It's good to see a familiar face.
I restocked the empty trap. Where's Morel?
Thank you for doing that, dear. Morel still isn't feeling well. I convinced him to stay at Gary's to get some rest. I'm afraid the cold has really gotten to him.
It's probably for the best. It's awfully cold out there in those reeds.
I'm sorry, dear. You've had to drudge through them so many times. Such is field work. A young person's game, as they say.
So who's going to check the traps?
Morel will eventually, or we'll talk Gary into going back out, perhaps.
Something tells me it's up to me again.
No, you don't have to do that. Enough of this fool's errand. Morel will do it. Or Gary. You have work to do. I've wasted enough of everyone's time.
Be real. Gary is not going to help with this.
Yeah, don't worry, I'll take care of it.
That really is too much, sweetie. Thank you for your dedication, but I can see you're coming down with a cough yourself.
Fuck that cough. It's not happening. The insides of your lungs are lined with tobacco, a powerful antibacterial agent. You are unstoppable. Very strange. Why is she not letting you do this? It's like she's given up.
What's wrong? You seem different.
Different? How?
You're not telling me the whole story.
I'm not. It's not that.
What is it?
It's a strange feeling. I haven't really told this to anyone, but you are a police officer. Do you ever wonder if some lovely story from your childhood is just that? A story? Or a dream? Seeing the Insulindian phasmid was just a story I used to tell people. I didn't really think about whether it was real or not.
But Morel told me you've seen it. You also told me.
Morel's so proud of it. He always tells everyone.
You seem to really believe it happened. Doesn't that count for something?
No, sweetie. There's more to it than that. Morel was so eager to believe my story was evidence of the phasmid's existence, that I'm some queen of the cryptozoologists. That. And for years, his belief made me believe too. But now, we're both getting old, and he's still working himself sick out in those reeds looking for it. But what if I was just wrong? I think I was.
Alright, let's see. First, tell her that her marriage hasn't been a lie. Alright. The thing is, you're not sure you made it up either.
I'm not sure of anything. Sometimes I still see it, you know. The real memory. Not the memory of the memory, but it's so hard to tell the two apart. Either way, I should go. Poor Morel is running a fever, and I need to get him home to Jamrock before we overstay our welcome with Gary.
Are you sure you don't need help getting to Gary's?
Oh no, thank you, but I can get there on my own. This old thing is gas-powered. And then a taxi home. It's not so bad.
Alright, you do that. I'll check the tracks one more time.
Oh, sweetie. Please don't get stuck on a dream. Take it from me and Morel.
Can I have your address, just in case there's in case there's news?
It's 1113 Tabernacle Road, Jamrock. But
It's been a pleasure, ma'am. Be careful of. Been a pleasure.
likewise, sweetie. Thank you for everything. Truly. Even though it turned out to be a
fool's hope. Say her lips moving in silence. Like that, she drives off. The gas engine putters quietly as she gets to the doors, then pushes them open. Outside, the cold, coastal wind blows. Behind the dockworkers, a ceiling-height window. The hawthorn branches scrape the glass like bony fingers.
Hi again, gendarme. Bye-bye, gendarme.
Can I help you?
Oh yeah, I forgot. Guards, I have a new bird for the whirling.
What is this thing?
It's no biggie. I just thought it would look nice on the wall. I'm that kind of cop.
What, the interior decorating kind? You know, I'm sorry. This is actually a nice bird. A competent piece of taxidermy. I can fix it to the plaque and have a new bird in the establishment, I guess? So, I don't know. Thank you. I'm gonna go with thank you.
This was mostly about the fucking cardio. Massive cardio here. You'll live till 90, or you get a heart attack from running.
Whew. Yeah, should I have tried for that red roll? I probably should have. But can't worry about that now.
You see a set of tire tracks in the brown slush.
Alright, let's see what I can do to boost my suggestion. And while we're here, let's see if we could... Oh, what the...
The hawthorn tree on Rue de Saint-Gislain. Bronze-colored ribbons of magnetic tape are caught in its branches, fluttering in the breeze.
Let's see. Multi-tool is very multi, and karaoke super good Hawthorne.
Patting the tree reveals a small sticker which has almost been worn to oblivion. It reads, RCM Emergencies Desk, number 8102. Underneath a slogan, Mankind, be vigilant. The gnarled hawthorn tree on Rue de Saint-Gislain. A wintry breeze blows by.
Anything else I could do to boost my interfacing?
The gnarled hawthorn tree on Rue de Saint, with slow and deliberate motions, pulling, bending, and unraveling, you manage to extricate the magnetic tape from the branches. It curls up into a mess inside your pocket. If only you could find a way to re-spool it, so that you could hear what's on the tape. Maybe Roy from the pawn shop can help you with this.
There's an idea.
Everything's still cool here, officer.
The speaker's below. You should go over and ask him about paying for those sneakers with your net worth. A pair dedicated, victorious, sporty.
Those sneakers, mister.
Only? That's madness. These want a small heat emboss on the fin.
No, don't look at the speakers, officer. Then look at them again. No way, officer. These aren't for sale. They're bad speakers. Well, but see, they are if, on the other hand, you wanted to buy...
Damn. So you have to buy the sneakers first.
Alright, well, Roy, anything you could do to help me out with this?
A typical Martinez streetlight sits among assorted. All the old. You see rows of toys, big men.
A classic set. The figurines represent the fifth.
They're not all blue. These figurines also wear that they do. The uniform.
Which ones? Ah, those.
This set of.
You're probably. I think their poverty has been exaggerated for effect. When you placed. Maybe. Hello, hello. Let me know if I can help you with anything.
Well, the boombox I bought. It should play this tape, right?
Of course. It's in working order still, isn't it? Just pick your tape and set it spinning. It all starts with the tape.
Hey, do you know how to fix this?
You mean re-spooling? Yeah, I do, but...
Great. Could you do it, please? This is important. I need to be able to play this tape for
But
someone.
I'm not some Mr. Fix-It. I'm a pawnbroker. If you want to pawn the tape, sure. Although it looks pretty... worthless.
Just explain why you need this so much. He's bound to understand.
Wait, but you take her with film tapes all the time. Isn't this the same?
No, it's different. Those film tapes actually mean something to me. But this is just a worthless bundle of old tape.
Worthless? It's not worthless, Roy. This could be the next big thing for the local dance music scene.
Huh? What do you mean?
You know that old church down the coast?
Yes. What about it?
I met some young ravers near the place. They want to turn the church into a nightclub. It plays a weird neo-disco beats there. They call it andonic dance music. I promise to help them with that.
Is it any good? The music, I mean.
Let's see. Nah, that's the thing. You can't believe how unbelievably thin the beat is. There's nothing to it, and there's nothing to it. No place just goes bazoo, bazoo, bazoo. But this tape could make it hardcore.
Man, you're really invested in this. Okay, I'll help you out. It's going to take a moment, though, so just sit back and relax.
You take some time to look around the store. The play of visuals all around the pawn shop is mesmerizing. Suddenly, Roy turns back to you with a reel of tape in his hand and coughs.
Wait, this took more than just a few moments. That was at least 15 minutes.
Yeah, it was. Respooling isn't that difficult. Although I had to mend the tape in a few places. Anyhow, it's yours now.
Thanks for the tape.
Yeah, my pleasure. I'll do what I can for true passion projects. Just try not to use this tape for negative photon emissions. Take responsibility. Okay.
Alright, thank you. Let's see.
The Koldima Madakwa. Sorry, I would never have guessed that you were that interested in ultrasonic sounds. What an once, this was before. Cool on. We thought we did. We got... Unfortunately, I don't have any recordings from my old... This recording comes from down the coast. Keep in mind.
That's an illusion. Your breathing is just as it was and will remain that way unless you start panicking. There's a growing sense of dread. He nods to you. Seabirds most likely. Gulls and such.
Seagulls?
And skewers. But...
That's it. A low range of sounds.
You know, now that I've listened to it on these new speak...
Let's see, this bronze-colored tape found in the breeches of the hawthorn tree has been reconstructed into a usable form of magnetic tape. It's pretty fragile and an odd format which doesn't fit into any portable tape players. Nevertheless, Egghead will be stoked.
trap is full of locusts. Poor things. The motor carriage looks very sad, sitting all alone in the ice. Remember the tire tracks in Martinez? This is where they were leading. The motor carriage sits in the salty ocean water, cold.
Why do I get the feeling that this wasn't fixed?
The motor carriage, a seagull takes off from the half-submerged machine. It's almost like the bird. You get a sudden, why the doom and gloom? It's just a sunken motor carriage. Your mocking tone finds no response, but the motion of the waves. The sad sunken the logo is too deep. The accident could the motor a single day rust, moss, and sea. Although wait for the low tide. Then you should be able to access the cabin. As you sit down in the old rusty playground, the world around you becomes very silent. The hinges creak under your weight, dangerously so. Nothing but the sound of seagulls high above in the sky, echoing like distant laughter. Ice cracks around the blue motor carriage in the sea. It's impossible to say if it's happening, if the water is receding. All you feel is a lot of time going by. The clouds pass in the sky, and the shadow of the swing moves like the hour hand on a timepiece. 30 minutes have passed. Looks like this might take a while. Time to present a good topic for discussion.
I wonder what all these people in the city behind me are doing.
Dreaming, drinking, fucking, fighting. Trying to improve their lives, wishing for a better tomorrow.
Tide sure is taking its sweet time.
It's unclear whether the sunken vehicle agrees or not, but merely uttering these words gives you the illusion of time speeding up. Just like how the crazy daredevil piloting that vehicle must have accelerated into the sea. What a clumsy wuss. Unless someone was trying to fake his own death and start life anew. Clouds on the horizon grow darker, and the shadow of the swing set keeps climbing. You hear the distant rumble of the city. 30 minutes pass.
Man, this is taking a long time.
Yes, it is. It feels as the city behind you grows silent in the waiting. Seems like an eternity has passed. A dim light scatters from the cloud cover above the city. In it, you can see the blue and white motor carriage slowly appear from the water, centimeter by centimeter, as the sea recedes. It's a Caprice 40, a workhorse. Yes, Harry, it's the number 41, the number of our precinct. I hoped you would come back for me. I'm so sorry, Harry. A massive pit opens up. You feel like you're about to faint and fall off the swing. Your hands get clammy and the air tastes sour to breathe. No, just no. Say no to this, Harry. Yes, Harry, you did. The sooner you accept it, the sooner you can move on. You are not. We don't. It's sunken too deep. No, you can't. After losing every single thing you were entrusted with, I wouldn't hold my breath. Keep moving. You're a shark. You stop, you die. An aggressive-looking seagull lands on the swing set and stares at you with a murderous look. You really need to keep moving.
RCM commander's jacket and RCM badge. Let's see. Thick blue piece of acrylic covering a thin leaf of paper with the officer's name and rank on it. Next to the writing, you can see a man stare back at you. A younger version of you, already disintegrating inside, but still presentable on the outside.
A police badge on which you see the photo of a man. You. Some seaweed is stuck to the back.
I found my badge!
The man in the photo looks at you solemnly. Encased between two durable plastic sheets is a bluish card with lines of information and a watermark in the shape of the street grid of Revachol West. You see a photo, a name, a rank, a document number, the date of issue, and, in the lower right corner, your precinct.
Look at the photo.
The man keeps winking at you with his green-gray eyes. The photo is old, no doubt about that. But the badge is new. You used an old photo for a new badge.
How old?
8, maybe 10 years. The guy in the picture is rather good-looking. He's got a nice haircut and is distinctly lacking in massive sideburns.
And he's winking. Why?
What do you think? His face is already contorted by the expression, although it looks less grotesque on him than it did on you. It looks like you had quite the charming face way back then. Your hair is brown and slightly curly. Your eyes seem more clear somehow. Don't be fooled. The bad times have already begun. The badge in your hand shines as you rotate it, catching light. You see lines of information on it, and a shining watermark.
Harrier Dubois.
This document confirms it. Harrier Dubois, i.e., Harry is really your name.
Rank Lieutenant 2JFR?
That's what it says on the badge. No more information is provided. You should look at the badge when Lieutenant Kitsuragi is around. He could help you make sense of all this. The badge in your hand shines as you rotate it, catching light. You see lines of information on it, and a shining watermark.
Serial number REV 12625 Jam 41.
Revachol, Jamrock, Precinct 41. You don't remember what the numbers in the middle mean.
Date of issue 7th of November 50.
The badge was issued roughly 4 months ago. A new document is given to you as part of a promotion, or when you lose the old one.
Precinct 41.
The number shows that this badge belongs to an officer of the 41st Precinct. The badge in your hand shines as you...
Oh, well, at least I got my jacket, got a jacket back. Let's see. RCM Commander's jacket, Esprit de Corps, and Visual Calculus. A black uniform jacket with RCM signature white rectangle on its right sleeve and backside. Letters inside the collar read, LTN 2JFR. The jacket is of exceptional quality, other than some minor wear and tear. Oh yeah, found the traffic hooligan. Yep. Yeah, I'll wait till Kim's back to look at the set of the tracks. Oh good, at least they fixed that.
The waves are beginning to die down. Look at those little bastards. Simmer down, bastards.
That's my motor carriage in the sea, by the way.
Oh, that's good to know, I guess. Why is it in the sea?
I got drunk and apparently drove it into the sea.
This calls for a funeral, if you ask me.
Are you suggesting we honor the carcass of my former motor carriage?
Aye. Feels deserved, don't you think? Falling in the line of duty like that and all?
What an odd thought. Maybe I should.
Why odd?
Our things are a part of our life world. They're made with our human sweat and they share human history. We should care about them as we care about humans. To some extent, at least.
Life world? Someone's been reading up on last century Gotvaldian philosophers. Play it cool now.
Alright, I'm in. But organizing a funeral takes a lot of time and effort, doesn't it?
Oh, yeah. You won't even be able to get it out of the water before early June. And where are you going to bury it? Who to invite? What music to play at the wake? Take it from someone who's been through a few funerals. It's easiest to just leave them there and let nature take care of it.
It's going to be quite a few years before nature is able to completely take care of a motor carriage. You could always come back in a few months and see if you still want to give it a proper send-off.
Alright, let's focus on the things we can actually do, alright? Let's see. Which one? Let's focus on the things we can actually do, alright?
Absolutely. Things like what, for example?
Let's see here. Alright, let's see if we can boost suggestion.
The waves are beginning to die down. Look at those little bastards. Simmer down. Simmer down, bastards.
Let's see.
Oh yes, she does. You need to get your drink on. There is no other way for human beings to procreate. Not after 6,000 years of yeast cultivation-based mating rituals.
Let's see. I want to be close to you, but there's one way to let's see. This one sounds like the let's see, but there's one way to enter.
What?
Drunk date. All we need's booze. The rest will follow.
Funny. Funny sailor jokes. Sorry if I'm not laughing out loud, but the comedy has worn thin over the years.
Great. Now you reminded her of the husband. It's okay. She just hasn't figured out how these things work between the sexes. Keep at it. She'll come around.
Right, whatever. I'm not listening. Yeah. The suggestion, you need to up your game there.
Our tenant, the policeman.
Mister.
Couldn't tell her that God liked the bird. Oh well. Alright, well, at the very least, might as well just While Kim isn't here, maybe I can, would it be better to talk to, the Sunday friend about, la responsabilité? Would it be better with or without him? Well, first and foremost, I better actually figure out how to actually get to the guy.
A few locusts trudge along the wall of the poor things. The trap is fit. A scattering of bullet holes is spread across the cracked wall. The density and spread of...
Alright, well, there's the Sunday friend here. Alright, so with Kim gone, I might be able to get some answers out of him about la responsabilité. Alright, just gotta save here and call it a day. Alright, well, alright, next time we'll see if we can delve more into la responsabilité and then wrap up the whole church thing and go share what we figured out with Kim. So, till next time, folks, this is David on David's Brain. See you when I see you. Bye-bye!